I'm excited. We got EM rail injectors, we got freaking rail guns and solar sails to make a Dyson swarm. What? Okay, hey guys, it's Daniel. Thank you so much, and welcome to Dragonmore Gaming. And doing the Dyson Sphere program, and if we've unlocked, I think, the first real tech that will help us get to the Dyson Sphere. So we're gonna have, it looks like railguns and an EM railgun and solar sails that I think are what's going to collect some of the solar power for us closer to the star. All right, but when we last left, the goal is that we want to get the logistics program. Okay, ooh, and there it is, the railgun, and that's going to take those electromagnetic things that we actually just researched just a little bit ago. So that's good. So I guess we should get started on something. What is this? Frame material. Well, I guess we have to have that, right? Because this is what's going to receive the energy. Yeah. So we're going to have that. I mean, I guess, could have so faster production. That's good. I mean, it'll take us a while to get these things online, but let's at least hit those two up. And away we go. Alright, when we last left our heroes, we were going to do... Alright, so we're going to do the copper this time. And we're not actually done with the iron, so we should probably finish that real quick. Alright, so we want the iron plates, ingots, whatever. And then we need to make sure that we put the sorters in place. Alright, so... Oh, we seem to have a gap here. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna get ourselves set up on these sorters. Okay. Whoa, that's not what we want. There we go. Alright, and then output. Alright. Alright, so we got iron ingots being made now. And iron ingots, we're going to have come together and go this way. And then we're going to have that go to a splitter because we're going to need iron ingots for stuff. And then this way I'll come down and we'll do whatever we need to over here. So over here, we're gonna do the other one. We're gonna do the copper. So let's have the copper just start going this way. So splitter again. Alright. This way. And let's just do the same thing where we're gonna have the what was it? Yeah, we had a splitter, so let's make sure we know the distance that we want to do this. So let's make sure there's plenty of room for the return track over here. So I'm gonna do, how close did I make this anyway? Start it like here. That should be good. Alright. And then add another splitter. That's not good. I probably put these too close, didn't I? Okay, there we go. Alright, I got 4 of those. And let's have return track. And then here, up arrow. Oh no. Thought it was gonna automatically go up. Oh yeah, you're supposed to like hold shift, right? Like if you wanna, if it would connect to something, you hold shift and it'll actually do what you want it to. Alright. I feel like this is not, I guess it was further back last time, unless maybe I should delete that one. There we go. And then back down. Okay. And then we're gonna have it come back out this way. I mean, so we could have it go that way, so I don't know yet. Now, is there any other reason for the copper ore though? Because I'm just gonna do this for now. I have room to make the splitter if I need it, but I'm not sure if copper ore is used for anything else. Okay. Then back. And I can always change this to make it go up and over in case we do need a splitter and have that go off somewhere. But since we're not sure or we don't need it right now, I'm just gonna make it easy on myself. Okay. Alright, and then just needs power. Bam. Alright. Alright, next task. Alright, so we have, assuming that's, oh, duh, helps to set this. Alright, copper being made. Nice. Alright, so next up we need, oh, here's the sails. Cool. Okay, oh, it takes these things. I'm getting distracted, but okay, so the photon combiners, and okay, and that, okay, so that'll take that sulfuric acid too, so again, we'll need to go back to the other planet for that. But this time, we're gonna do something. Alright. So still going for the drones. So let's do the, the thruster should be fairly easy, I would think. So let's do those first. Yeah, because that's just steel and copper. Alright, so steel. So we're going to have it... I think what I actually want to do here is have it combine in the middle. And then go out, so... Alright, so to do that, it's going to basically be here into the splitter. Okay. So I'm going to merge it right in front of the splitter. I think this is going to be the efficient way to do it. Okay. Now I think that's going to work the way I want it to. Okay. Actually, it looks cleaner too, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright. Alright, so steel. So, alright, we're going to split off and go over here and... Actually, you know what we're going to do? Because I don't know if I'm going to need magnets. But I probably shouldn't even make the magnets here. Because I don't have a lot of copper on this planet. I'm going to assume I'm not going to make magnets here. Don't know if that's going to screw me over later or make it more difficult, but I'm going to assume not. And we're just going to go straight to steel. Alright, so steel is up next. So if steel is next, where are we going to put steel? Alright, so steel comes from smelters. And we're going to have that be around here somewhere. Yeah, this was set up in case we wanted to do magnets. Which, like I said, I'm not sure if I do anymore. So I'm going to erase this for now. I'm just going to assume I don't need them. Don't need you, iron ore. Don't need you, copper ore. And we're going to do... Yeah, we're just going to do steel the next, you know, factory bus, if you will, over. So this needs to be then... Rails coming this way. And And then that means that coming in. All right, so the steel's gonna, or the iron's gonna come in this way. And then, how do we want to do this? I know what we want to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have the same setup here, where I'm going to have a splitter combine it. And I'm hoping that I can... Alright, let's just see how the distances work. Alright, so just to kind of let you know what I'm doing here. So I'm going to put a splitter in the exact same line to see if I can make it look clean. For the steel to actually come in both sides again. Oh no, this is the splitter for the iron. Duh. The splitter for the steel's out here. Okay, well that's way easier to deal with. Alright, so maybe I don't need that. Alright, because what I was going to do is have it, like, have the iron go over the top and then down and in. Don't know if I'll still need to do that. Yeah, I probably should. Okay. So let's keep the steel on the ground. Alright, so here and here. Which means that it's going to return... Wow, I'm using the crap out of these conveyor belts. Alright, and there it goes. Now again, this should work. That's the same setup I have here, so even though it looks a little janky, it is supposed to go onto this conveyor belt and go forward, so I'm going to pretend like that works and move on. Okay, we're going to do power. Alright, so now we got to get the iron over here. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to go here, and we're going to go up a level. And then make sure it connects. So we're going to have to go... Oop, I want to go up, I want to go down. So I think we want to do here, here, and then connect there. Look at that. There we go. And you're making steel. Steel. Okay, and it's giving me a warning because we don't have the sorters. Okay, in. And then out. There we go. Now we have steel. Look at those blocks. I think those are placeholder blocks. They just look kind of silly. Alright. So away we go. Now we have steel production. Nice. I like this. So we're going to merge and then immediately split off to whatever we need. So I kind of like this system. Alright. And like I said, this whole area is open here so that we can make this longer and keep adding smelters as we need them. I'm going to pretend that 4 is good enough for now for all these things. So down here, yep, we still have... Oh, hello! Okay, so now we have the tier 2 in case we want to make things even faster. Now process raw materials more efficiently and also increase replicators' production speed. Is that a whole new... Yeah, it is a Mark II machine. Okay, I was gonna say, like, did it just buff them, or is... Alright, we're doing the collector now. Yeah, so that'll be fun. Alright, so we got steel. So steel plus copper equals the thrusters. Okay, so that's the first thing we're gonna do. So where do we want that to be? Let's assume... Alright, just out of curiosity, what is the other things? Just so I can kind of get an idea for where things are going to go. Because the other thing we need is processors. So we got steel and copper are going to have to combine somewhere to make the thrusters. And then we're going to have to make iron and copper into the circuits. And we're going to have to make the silicon, which is over here. There it is. Silicon copper into this, and then processors from those. So it's fairly copper heavy, so I'm going to probably put that here, which is good because then the thrusters, it does take copper, but it does take steel also, so I figured I could put that up here. Alright, so I'm going to do thrusters this way, and by this way I mean maybe I should make this area just for like moving things in and out. I don't know how much room I'm going to need, so maybe the next bus over we'll just go ahead and make the thrusters. Let's do it. Okay. Thrusters go here. Alright, thrusters. Production. Oh yeah, you guys are bigger. Alright. So, should I just do... I probably only need the one, right? Like, having... Unless we want that many thrusters being made. Alright, so what is the... I feel like the output... Yeah, oh yeah, and we need 2 lines in. Yeah, we should not... Or should we? I'm just trying to think to myself, I'm like, okay, if we have 2 factories on either side, because it's a 3-to-2 ratio, so I'm trying to think how that's going to work for our sorters that are bringing materials in. Because the common denominator here is, 6, so we're going to have to... Because if we... I'm just kind of thinking out loud here, so it's something I'll have to think about, maybe more as far as like, is it going to be more efficient to have 2 factories? Because if it's 3-2, I mean, let's just think about this here for a second. So, again, I like to test these things, so it's kind of crazy. If I do input 1, input 2. And then I have another factory here. And if they were both doing thrusters. Now, if I pull from here, and I pull from here, and then this is actually going to have to move over. So if you do this, it's going to have to be off center. Like, alright, so 1, 2, 4. So like here's probably the next closest I can make it. I'm just curious how this is working, right? So if I do this, and I want to do power just to make these stop beeping at me. Alright. Right? Because it's a 2-to-1 the way I have it set up here, but and that's not the same as the 3-to-2, but I mean, what is the ratio if I pull here and here? That's the same, but on the other side. So it's a 2-to-1 like this and a 2-to-1 like that way. I'm trying to math this out. I feel like I'm onto something here. I just can't do the math in my head. I use 1, or like I use 2, I use 1. Sometimes it helps to visually represent. So I'm gonna use like a little notepad. I'm just drawing this out for you guys. All right. So factory 1, and I have 2 buses going in. And okay. So I'm gonna take 2 off that and 1 off that into here. And if I take 2 and 1, I mean that would end up at a 1-to-1, right? Because it's 2 and 1. Right, so it's both 3. So being silly, but the way I have it set up here is how you can force it to be a 1-to-1. If there's 2 inputs. Now, what happens if you do something different. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. So what if you pull this way? It's not material you're pulling. I mean, that's the same. So that's the 1-to-1. But if you upgrade it to the Mark II, and let me make a few of these just to have, just to try this out. Because it's a 3-to-3 like this, right? Because it's pulling, you assume it pulls 2 a second here and only 1 a second here, and then 1 a second here and 2 a second here. So both lines are getting chewed at like 3 per second, right? Yeah, I'm normalizing this. I don't know if those are the actual numbers. But if I was to change one of these sorters, how would that work? All right. And of course it won't let me. So I want to get this to a 3-to-2 ratio. You guys are probably looking at this going like, you guys, you're ridiculous. I might just make it basic first and then fix it later, just to get this rolling. And I'll look it up. I'll try to, like, my brain's just fried right now, I think, or something. So I'll tell you what, I will fix this later with what I was trying to do. But at least at the beginning, I'm going to make room for it. So there is still only the one output, right? The thrusters. But I am going to make it so that you can have more if needed. Alright, so thruster there. Alright, and then here, 2 lines in. Okay. And then I'm going to do this guy. I'm not actually going to set it up, but I'm going to hold him there as a placeholder with this. Okay. Alright, again, there's not going to be anything coming down this belt, but it's just there for future proofing. Alright, so this way, look at that, it's looking a little bit organized. Alright, so we need power, obviously. We need whatever is the closest one. Again, whatever's closest takes the higher one, so that's copper. And again, I should be doubling up on these. Alright, since that one's not going to be used, I'm just going to not put the other one. Okay. Alright, so sorters. Output onto this belt. Alright, and then the close belt is going to have to be copper. Oop. Okay. So we got to make sure that that's copper. And then that is the steel. Alright. Be 100% on this. Alright. The copper we use more of, so the copper is the closer belt on this side. How we'll deal with this later on, trying to load balance that into other factories, we'll figure out later. Which means the steel goes there. So let's just go ahead and get that going. Alright. Let's go over 1 and then up. I guess I can kind of encroach on this because why not? Actually, how do we want to get the copper up here? And we are going to redo this the way we had it on the other one. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Alright, can it come down faster? I just don't like it the way it's laid out right there. Should be able to just go straight down again. Okay. Perfect. Alright. Alright, that's where the splitter goes. Yep. Alright. There we go. Alright, so we're going to split off some copper this way. I figured I'll leave this one open in case I have to go somewhere over there. This one for sure is going to come up here. Since I don't know where this needs to go, I figured maybe I should just like go, you know, what was that, 1, 2, 3. If it's 3, it goes over the splitter, right? I don't know why you're not doing the splitter. There we go. Okay, we'll go, yeah, let's go that high. Why not? Alright, so then how do we get back down? So I feel like we should do that. We should do... That'll get us going as high as we can there. And then we should start... Alright, we can get closer actually. Boom. Alright, so yeah, that's the closer belt. And you can see I did it so just so I can get as close as I can. It just looks so funny without the supports. Alright, and then we connect that. Now, I could have run this along the ground and actually had inline for another splitter in case I need it, but I figured this splitter will let us do whatever we need. Hey, we got the receiver. Hooray, we got the receiver. Okay. Alright, high energy transmissions from the Dyson Sphere output. Haha! Okay, so we have the railguns to shoot the solar sails, we have the solar sails research, and now we have the receiver for the energy. Awesome. I need to get working on this stuff. So what is... Okay, so we can make deuterium. I don't know what that's for, but it doesn't seem like terribly hard research, so I figured I should probably get it. I'm just going to cube a whole bunch of these, just because they just take the red, because we're going to start getting into the these here soon. Yeah, I don't know where I get that. Whoa. Whoops. I'm trying to see, where do you get the, oh, here we go. No, it's not that structure. Haha, it's this one. So this is where we get yellow. So, cue that up, and then cue that up. All right, that'll get us all the way to the yellow crystals. Reinforced. Might as well throw that in there too. Okay, so we got lots of research. That'll take a while, so we're good there. Now, we got the copper. Now we just need the steel. So the steel doesn't have to go far. Steel is going to go up. Yeah, it's going to go up. It's going to go across. Because it's going to go like right down the middle, right? So here. And then down it goes. Haha. Alright, and you should be picking the steel up. And now we should be getting thrusters. Oh, yes. Alright, and then this is our output splitter. Maybe I should call it that. The output splitter for thrusters. Look at that, we're making thrusters. Alright, perfect. Now, we need... What was the next thing we needed? We need the processors. Alright, so yeah, again, to get drones we need processors. We're going to need a lot of processors for a lot of things, so we'll need to make this one pretty good. Alright, so the bus down here for copper, we need to put some more stuff in here yet. So we're going to put the processors over here, I think. Right? Which means we need to bring the silicon over here too. That's cool. So the first part of this is that we're gonna do the crystalline first, just because the silicon's further away. So I figured it should be first in line. All right, microcrystalline component. All right, so silicon and copper. Now, do we want to do the same bus system here? Yeah, let's just keep it consistent. All right. So same thing again. Man, I'm gonna run out of this before I know it. All right, is that right? Looks like it's off. Oh, it's because it's up. Nah, that would be why. All right, and then we get, was it the assembler? Alright, similar, I need microcrystalline, which is 2-to-1 on silicon. So silicon's going to be closer. And again, it is 2 inputs, so silicon in, copper in. So this one is going to be copper. Actually, again, I'm going to try to make this as consistent as possible. So this goes. Whoop. Okay. Whoop. Okay. Alright, so we're going to do power. It's going to go there. Nope. Sorters. I did this. I did the factory thing again. Oh no. Alright, perfect. Alright. So we got that hooked up. Got the output hooked up. So again, we need the copper far away and the silicon close. Alright, so we need copper to come in here. Alright, just to make sure, because I'm going to do some verticality here. Alright. Why do you not like me? Oh, because there's already a thing there. Alright. Guess we could do... Go around the back side of the splitter? I'm just trying to think, because I also need to get the silicon to come in this way too, so... I think I'm just going to make it as close as I can. Hey, we got deuterium. Trying to separate deuterium from liquid hydrogen, although it's not perfectly efficient process. Deuterium means that you now have energy. Ooh, nuclear energy. Alright. So I guess I'm just going to do this. Now. And then connect that. Oh, there we go. Alright, so copper's on the far one. Now we just need the silicon, which is over here. Alright, so silicon, how are we going to do you? So it's all going to the storage thing, which we're going to do that storage thing that we were doing before, where it's going to go in and then back out. So we don't have to touch it. We don't need a splitter or anything. Alright. So we're gonna have it come back this way. Alright, where is this thing? We're here. What's this about? This is just like a smelter I was using to check things. So yeah, and then this is a assembler I was just doing to check things. So let's just get rid of those. Cleaning up our mess over here. Yeah, and then so we'll just have it go across that. Perfect. Uh-oh. Actually, let's just do one more up. Just make it a little bit cleaner. Alright, that goes back out, but then we can grab from this one now. Alright, we're gonna come back this way. Here. To here. And then just for fun, we're gonna have it raise up one. And go all the way across this way. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Alright. Where's the connection? I assume it's there. Are you connected? Yes. Alright. Finish building this. Again, I like to stand closer just to make it easier on the drones. Oh, I'm getting soil for this. What? I mean, not much, but... Alright, does that mean silicon's flowing? Oh, I never finished this up here. Okay. Go, little buddies. Alright. Let the spice flow. Alright. So that should be all we need for these processors. Or these, not the processors, the components for the processors. And of course, we almost forgot that we need to double our production always. Copy paste. Hook it up. Yeah, this is output. Oh no. We were still too vertical. Alright, hold on. Okay. There we go. Width. Alright, and then same thing here. Go a little bit further down. And then sorter. One in there. One in there. Alright. And we're rocking and rolling. And now we got components. Okay, guys, I think that'll do it for this one. We've got the components online. You can see we got a few factory buses going. All of this is going to support making the drones, the logistics drones. But you can see we have plenty of room that we're going to be making bunches of them when this gets online. So again, this is just super fun, and I love, yeah. So we get some verticality, so we got things on top of each other. So it's not quite spaghetti. We're trying to make it look fairly clean. So it's looking pretty good. All right, so guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one.